Welcome to our seminar on making the citizenship application affordable. Today we will discuss the costs associated with citizenship and how to pay them.
Although this clinic is free, the government charges a fee when you file your citizenship application. Applying for citizenship can be very expensive for many people, but there are ways to make this process more affordable. In this seminar, we will discuss several things: how to apply for the citizenship fee waiver, applying for a loan to cover your citizenship costs, and how to come up with a savings plan.
We will also go over how to use the internet to help you during the citizenship process. You can find the fee waiver application, the application to petition for a relative, and many other tools online. You can even check the status of your citizenship application online.
At the end of this seminar, you will receive a resources page with the websites and contact information covered in the seminar. At this point, you should have received a survey to fill out. You may take the survey in Spanish or English. Every adult needs to fill out the first side of the survey at this moment, and the second side of the survey after the seminar is over. This survey is anonymous, so please do not write your name. Each adult should fill out their own survey, not just one per family. If you have any questions, ask a volunteer and they will assist you. If you have to leave before the seminar is over, please complete the survey at your convenience and give it to us when you can. We thank you for your help. The cost to file your naturalization application is $680. You send this payment together in the same envelope with your citizenship application, paid to the Department of Homeland Security. People with complicated legal issues may have to pay for additional attorney services as well.
These fees can escalate quickly, and it is important to be prepared. If you cannot pay the $680 fee to file your application, you might be eligible for a fee waiver. The fee waiver, or the I-912, is a separate application that you may send in with your citizenship application that may qualify you to not pay the $680 fee. To access the U.S. Department of Homeland Security website, or USCIS, go to www.uscis.gov. From this point, you can access many different forms online, and you can search for specific forms by going to all USCIS forms. If we search for the I-912, this form is for the fee waiver for citizenship. We can click on the I-912 request for fee waiver form and look at the instructions and the form itself. To get to the fee waiver form, click on Form I-912 and you can see the request for fee waiver form. There are a few sections of this form. Section 1 is information about you. Section 2 is additional information for dependents. Section 3 is the basis for your request. Section 4 is a means-tested benefit. Section 5 is your household income. Section 6 is for if you're applying due to financial hardship. Section 7 is your signature and authorization. If your fee waiver application is approved, USCIS will review your citizenship application at no cost to you. To qualify for the fee waiver, you will need to prove that you cannot pay the citizenship fee. There are 3 different methods you can use as evidence that you cannot pay. The first is if you receive certain public benefits, like food stamps. The second is if your household income is less than 150% of the national poverty level. And the third is if you are experiencing unusual and extreme financial hardship. You only have to qualify under one of these 3 ways. The easiest way to qualify for the fee waiver is if you receive public benefits. A means-tested benefit means that an organization providing social benefits, such as DSHS, has provided you a benefit based on your low income.
If you receive food stamps, this is an easy way to qualify for the fee waiver. To demonstrate that you received the benefit, you must bring in the letter from the benefit organization that says you received this benefit. The letter should have your full name and the amount of the benefit. It is best if the letter has a recent date, within the last 6 months. If you do not have a letter but have other paper documentation with your identifying information on it, this can sometimes work as well.
If you do not already receive food stamps or SNAP from the Government of Washington and want to see if you qualify, go to www.foodhelp.wa.gov. You can click on Basic Food SNAP, scroll down to the income limits to see if you qualify. If you'd like to apply online, click on Apply Now, and you must create an account, and from there you can apply online. Or to go into a DSHS office to apply in person, click on DSHS Community Services offices, click on Locate an office near you, type in your zip code, click on Apply, and you can see the closest DSHS office to you. You may go into that office during office hours and apply for food stamps in person.
If you do not receive any public benefits, you may still be eligible for the fee waiver if your household income is less than 150% of the federal poverty level. For this, you may use the federal poverty guidelines.
To find out if you qualify for the citizenship fee waiver based on your income, go to Forms in the USCIS.gov homepage, click on All USCIS Forms, search for I-912, click on Poverty Guidelines for Fee Waiver Request, click on Form I-912P, and you can check to see if your household size and income fits 150% of the poverty guidelines. For example, if you have a household of 4, you need to make less than $36,375 a year in order to apply for the income eligibility for the waiver. You must include all income from every adult who lives in that home. To find out if your family meets these requirements, you can look at your tax return or W-2s for the previous year, plus paycheck stubs and other income, such as unemployment checks, to see if you qualify. If you can prove that for the last 12 months you were below the poverty level, you must send that documentation in with your fee waiver application.
The third way to qualify for the fee waiver is through displaying financial hardship. This method is the most difficult to prove. You must display that you have experienced a significant loss of income, recent unexpected expenses, like extreme medical costs, that make you unable to pay the application fee. Again, applying through financial hardship is very difficult to prove. It's recommended to apply based on the first 2 ways we discussed: receiving public benefits or having low income.
If you need financial assistance to pay for citizenship costs, but do not qualify for the fee waiver, there are some various credit unions and organizations that will help you to borrow the money.
Lending circles, or tandas, are social loans based on the tradition of peer lending, where a group of people pool their money and take turns borrowing from it. There is no interest and no participation fee. The group puts a certain amount of money in each month, and one person a month takes out the loan amount they have agreed to. El Centro de la Raza and 21 Progress are 2 organizations in Seattle that provide lending circles. These organizations report to credit bureaus, so they will also be able to improve your credit score.
You can also take out a loan from a trusted bank to pay the fee. These loans do charge interest, but they have no barriers to entry, meaning there is no credit check. If you have no credit or poor credit, you can still get this loan. Everyone pays the same interest rate, and when you pay off the loan successfully, that will be recorded to credit agencies to help build your credit score.
If you live in Eastern or Central Washington and are looking for a citizenship loan, Lower Valley Credit Union is a credit union located in Sunnyside, Washington.
Their website is www.lvcu.org. Click on Personal Citizenship Loans, and you'll be directed to the Citizenship Loans page. The term is up to 24 months, and you can see that it costs $25 for a loan origination fee, and the APR starts at 9.99%.
If you live in Western Washington and are interested in a citizenship loan, Express Credit Union is a credit union located in Seattle that offers a citizenship loan. When you pay off the loan in full within 9 months, you'll receive $150 in a savings account.
Go to www.expresscu.org, click on Loans, scroll down to Personal Loans, and you can see that they offer U.S. citizenship loans. This loan needs to be repaid over 9 to 12 months, and it has a flat interest rate of 15%. To contact them about the loan, go to the Contact Us page and call this telephone number or visit this street address for more information. If you do not qualify for a fee waiver and do not want to take out a loan, it is very important that you create a budget so that you can save money to pay the citizenship fee and other legal fees that may come up.
To help you create a budget, we've made this budget worksheet with the sample budget already completed. After this seminar, you can take some time and fill in the empty column with the amount you spent each month on costs like rent, groceries, and childcare in order to find the total amount of money you spend each month. Subtract that amount from your total monthly income, and you will have the amount of money you are able to save each month.
A checking account gives you quick access to money through checks, ATMs, or by using a debit card. A savings account is an account that lets you earn money or interest if a minimum amount of money is kept in the account. It is important to have a bank account because it is the safest way to keep your money. All money in a bank is federally insured, which means if anything ever happened and your money was stolen, it will be replaced. People with bank accounts are also able to cash checks for free. Those without a bank account have to rely on check cashers, which take a portion of your money each time you cash a check.
No matter your reason for opening a bank account, it's important to find an account with the lowest fees possible. This will allow you to keep more of your money rather than spending it to keep it in an account. Fees such as monthly maintenance fees and fees you incur when you use an ATM other than your own bank's are easy ways for banks to make money off of you and for you to lose money. It is also a good idea to consider opening an account at a credit union rather than a bank. They both offer similar services, but the way they operate is very different.
Banks are usually larger with more locations throughout the country. They are privately owned and for-profit, which means they make money from the fees they collect and by charging higher interest on loans. Credit unions are usually smaller and only in certain communities. They are not for profit, they tend to charge lower fees, pay higher interest back to you, and are more customer oriented.
If you are looking to open an account but don't know which bank or credit union to choose, this Bank On worksheet will be helpful when making a decision. This form is available in 10 different languages for those who need this information in a language besides English. To find the Bank On table and many other banking resources online, go to www.everyoneiswelcome.org. Go to the Bank On tab and click Compare Banks and Credit Unions. And you can see this document available in 10 different languages, including English. This worksheet shows most of the fees associated with opening a checking account, such as minimum opening deposit, monthly maintenance fees, and overdraft fees. You can compare different banks and credit unions to find one with the lowest fees to suit your needs and budget.
Depending on your situation, you may need to provide other documents when applying for citizenship. If you are applying for citizenship based on your marriage to a U.S. citizen, regardless of the status of your marriage, you often need to provide various documents in addition to your marriage certificate that prove you have a joint household with your spouse. W-2 forms, joint tax returns, and any document with both you and your spouse's name on it will help show that you have a joint household.
If you are planning to sponsor a relative to immigrate to the U.S. after you have become a citizen, it is helpful to keep these financial documents to show your relationship with the relative. These forms include property ownership documents, tax documents, and shared bank account documents. These documents prove you are financially stable enough to support your relative once they come to the United States.
Although One America and the American Immigration Lawyers Association of Washington are assisting you in completing your citizenship application today, It is the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS, that handles all of the applications. The USCIS website is full of information and resources to use during and after you complete the citizenship application process. The USCIS website, www.uscis.gov, has information on immigration forms, instructions, and printable forms, including the applications for citizenship, DACA and DAPA, family petitions, fee waivers, and the disability waiver.
After you submit your application, you can also check the status of your application on the USCIS website. To check the status of your application, go to uscis.gov and click Check Your Case Status. Enter your case number or receipt number and hit Check Status. If you have any questions about your application, call USCIS at 1-800-375-5283. Remember, USCIS, not One America, will have all of the information about your application and the application status.
Before we wrap up, we want to give you a few reminders. If you want to find any of this information online and do not have a computer at home, please note that many local libraries and community centers have free computers you may use.
If you have questions regarding the citizenship process, feel free to call the Washington New American Citizenship Hotline at 1-877-926-3924 or submit a request through our website at wanewamericans.org. We will now give you some time to complete the second side of the survey. Feel free to leave a comment and let us know whether or not this seminar was useful, and please ask the volunteer if you have any questions.
Before you leave, make sure to pick up a budgeting worksheet, a Bank On worksheet, and the resources page, and please return your survey to the volunteer.
Thank you again for participating in this seminar.